Yo, what's good, my people? It's your boy, Big Chris, aka the Compton Animator, and I'm here to give you another WWE Smackdown review. So tonight we're reviewing Smackdown for January 17th, 2014. And the show kicks off with the New Age Outlaws versus Cody Rhodes and Goldust, the Rhodes brothers. I was kind of weird. It was kind of felt a little off with this match starting off the show. I like that, this match was here, but it kind of felt weird just in the fact that you had something that big happen, on Monday night with Daniel Bryan and stuff, and the thing that came like a couple segments after this would have been way better to start off with, starting off with probably, I don't know, either that or probably like a little video package or something like that. I don't think they did start off with a video package, but like something that, tells you of, all the craziness that happened on Monday night, but here we get a match with the Rhodes brothers versus the New Age Outlaws. They play up the whole thing of what happened with CM Punk on Monday night and stuff like that. After the New Age Outlaws come out, and cut, do their regular stick. It was still kind of a face type stick, the whole you didn't know and stuff like that, and going and saying their names and stuff. I would have liked it if they would have added a little bit more heel work into there, probably dissing the audience while they're doing that. That way, we can really see that they have changed, or have, that the characters did go through a transition from what happened with CM Punk, and turned them a little bit into heels. You saw it like in a little bit of their movements and the way they walked to the ring a little bit. They walked with a little bit more of an edge, but I would have loved to have seen it play it out a little bit more. The match itself was okay. You could tell Road Dogg and Billy Gunn are up there in age, and that they don't have that crisp movements and stuff that somebody like Cody Rhodes had. When Cody Rhodes got into the ring, the match started moving way faster and stuff, and it just had pickup speed, and then you just picked up with feeling and everything. I think that's what's so good about him and Goldust. Goldust can be more subtle in the ring, and not more subtle because his character is crazy, but as far as his movements and stuff, he can play to his age and be a little bit more slow and take more punishment, while Cody Rhodes will come in there and be that energy, that punch that they need. And Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, they're at the same level, so it's not really a great balance with them. The New Age Outlaws come out with a win here because Vicky Guerrero came out and basically did an interruption by saying something. What did she say? Oh, she was basically trying to interrupt the Rhodes brothers by telling them that they're both in the Royal Rumble and they will have to fight brother on brother in there, and it's like the whole thing of like it's no friends, you fighting family and stuff like that. So it was an okay match, and I like the way it ended with the interruption from Vicky showing that the Authority are trying to help out the Outlaws here and stuff like that. So that was okay. After that, we got a weird transition to a commercial with Eva Marie. You just see her on screen, and she just basically says, next match is Del Rio versus Rey Mysterio, and it's just like a blue screen behind her, and she just says it to the camera and blows a kiss and shit, and she just has no feeling to her, man. It's just like a transition, saying, oh, this is what's going to come up next and stuff like that. Like they used to do on Saturday morning cartoons, coming up next is this, So it was just weird, and I didn't like it at all. They did it with the Bella Twins again later in the night, and they had a little bit more character to them, but I don't think it's something I like at all, really. So next match was Alberto Del Rio versus Rey Mysterio. The match got a lot more length from the Monday night. At first I was thinking, it's just gonna be the same match that we saw Monday night, but it ended out pretty chill. You got a lot of good movements and a lot of good offense by both Rey and Del Rio, and a lot of some nice reversals in there and stuff. And I thought it ended with a pretty chill match in the end. Rey Mysterio comes out with the win, and then you get Alberto Del Rio who attacks Rey after the match. So I thought that was a pretty chill match. It kind of outbeat my expectations of it. Even though the expectations were kind of low, it kind of outbeat them because I guess they played a longer match, which let them do more. Next, you get a Bray Wyatt promo, and here he just does a creepy promo where he comes out and he talks about how his father always tried to hold him down, and just going on different crazy things. I don't know if you can hear the fucking washing machine in the background, but yeah, his father comes and tries to do, was basically pushing him down, and society was pushing him down, and he knew he could be better, so he fought to be better. So I really like this promo, and then he brought it back all the way around to Daniel Bryan and how Sister Abigail told him that it was going to be somebody who was going to betray him, and that he's better than this, and he can overcome anything and stuff, and he's undead and all this other crazy stuff. So yeah, it was just a crazy promo, and it was just Bray Wyatt goodness. So yeah, I can't wait to see what they do next on Monday night. Next, we get a match with Tamina Snuka versus Naomi. A pretty chill match here. You get Naomi, who is really good in the ring, but she takes a crazy bump in this match. She damn near lands on all here in the neck and stuff like that after Tamina tries to do, where she throws you in the air and you fall by yourself. She came down neck first, so that was kind of crazy, and it added a little bit more viciousness to the match in a way, even though that's not really what I want to see in a match. As far as I just don't want to see anybody get hurt. But yeah, it was a pretty chill Divas match. It was very short, which I would think if this match would have been longer, it would have been way more fun. But yeah, and if they could have cut out that Raw exclusive thing that they've been showing, and if they would have made this Divas match longer, this would have been way more fun. But you end up with Tamina, who comes off with the win with a split leg moonsault for the win, and that to me that would be okay for her as a finisher, doing something like a split leg moonsault. It's very athletic, and it kind of goes off of her being this very athletic and high flying type of girl. So yeah, Naomi comes with the win. In the match, you also had AJ Lee, who tries to distract Naomi, and Cameron attacks her. So we'll see where they go from this. It looks like Naomi is going to be AJ Lee's next feud, and I would love to see them have a bigger feud that ends with Naomi probably winning, and even something going on to WrestleMania with them too. I think you can do something really good with Naomi and AJ Lee here. They do a tribute to Mae Young. Rest in peace, Mae Young. I've talked about her in another video, how great of a person she is, and just how much she did for wrestling in general, not just for females, but to show that it's more than just what you can do in the ring. It's also who you are as a character. And Mae Young was a very good character, especially to where for the times where I saw her during the Attitude Era and parts of the Ruthless Aggression. Just seeing this older lady just come out and just extrude all this character was just crazy to me, and it was just very fun to watch that stuff. Next, you get a promo from Paul Heyman, and he's basically just hyping up Brock Lesnar in this, doing what Paul Heyman does. Just regular day stuff for Paul Heyman here, and he talks shit about Big Show and stuff like that. It says Brock Lesnar's going to beat him and all this other thing. So you get Big Show, who comes out and says he'll knock out Paul Heyman and stuff like that, and just basically a little conflict between them two. Next, you get CM Punk, who's backstage with Renee Young. And he's talking to Renee Young. Hold on a second. I had to get some water in me. He's talking to Renee Young and saying he want to call out the Shield. And later in the night, he says he want to call out the Outlaws. And he's basically, he's having this conversation with Renee Young about. She's telling him, what are you thinking? You're calling out all these guys. Aren't you scared or something like that? And he's just, says, see what happens. So he calls both of them out and stuff like that. Next, you get a match with Fandango and Big E. An okay match here. It wasn't as good as their title match, but it was okay for what it was. Just a regular Big E match as far as, what. It wasn't the, the over-the-top Big E matches that I started liking. It was just more of the things that he did when he first came out, So, just a normal Big E match. Big E gets the win here. Next, they talk about more of the Ultimate Warrior Hall of Fame stuff, and you get the next match to come up is okay. Wait, hold on a second. Shoot. Okay, so next match to come up is the Usos versus the Real Americans. My computer started fucking up right there. But the Usos versus the Real Americans. And this right here is probably my favorite match of the night. You get a lot of character stuff here with the Real Americans. Just, you got Zeb Coulter, who's in a wheelchair with a neck brace on, and he's trying to cheer on the Real Americans. You got the Usos, who are just hyping the crowd up with every moment and doing their, their crazy stuff and everything like that. And just a really chill match right here. You got Swagger and the Usos, who are just, it was just, everybody I could see was just having fun in this match. And it, ended up with the Usos winning. And at one part, one of my favorite parts is the end of the match is where Cesaro tries to use Zeb Coulter as a shield and basically kind of throws one of the Usos off. One of the Usos throws him to the guardrail, and then he rams Cesaro with Zeb Coulter in a wheelchair. So that was just a fun match here. It wasn't crazy moves and all the other stuff, but it picked its spots, and it was just very fun to watch. The Usos come out with the win here and just keep up in there, of what they are. I could totally see them becoming the next tag team champions. I think they deserve it. And the way they're going right now, they're right there to do it. So next you get CM Punk, who comes out and he basically addresses everything that happened on Monday. He talks about the Authority being behind all that stuff. He talks about the Outlaws attacking him and what happened with the Shield, and basically says that, the real power isn't what the Authority has, isn't Triple H hiding behind Stephanie, isn't Triple H trying to put his boot on people and what they're doing. The real power is speech and what he does with a mic. And, the shit, and, just basically talking himself up and saying, he's just tired of the bullshit and let's go, and wants Triple H to come on out so he can fight Triple H, and he wants him to stop hiding behind the Outlaws and hiding behind Stephanie and hiding behind the Shield. So you get the Outlaws and you get the Shield, who comes out. They surround the ring, and Kane comes out and says, "Stand down, guys," and that the Shield, the Authority is actually trying to help CM Punk, and that he just needs to take the help, and he's just too paranoid and stuff. So while Kane tries to walk away, CM Punk basically calls him a sellout. Kane comes back into the ring and chokeslams CM Punk. Before he does that, he tells all the guys on the outside to get CM Punk. Then he just runs into the ring and then chokeslams CM Punk. I think my biggest problem with this segment is that it felt like there was more to it. It just got ended quickly. It just ended abruptly to me. I think if this segment went on probably, I would say about two or one more minute, and they had CM Punk or just something else happened besides Kane just running back in and attacking CM Punk. If CM Punk had said something more than "you're a sellout," or if it just felt that it ended too abruptly and it just ended the show. It felt too small to end the show. It didn't feel like it was nothing crazy big, even though it is Kane attacking CM Punk. That was good for as far as the end, but it felt like it needed more to it. So this whole show overall, I would give a C+. I felt there was some good stuff here, but there was nothing that stood fully out to me. The only thing that really stood out that I didn't really have any anticipation for, I just wanted to see something, just see where they was gonna go with it, was the Usos versus the Real Americans match. I think that was a pretty good match, and I had a lot of fun just watching that match. Everything else, was just kind of playing to the ropes. The Wyatt's promo, Paul Heyman's promo and stuff like that. It just felt like, that's what those guys do. CM Punk's promo just felt like, okay, that's what they do. That's what Alberto Del Rio or Mysterio does in a match. They should always have a match like that. The Usos versus the Real Americans actually felt fun and felt a little bit different and new from them. Just everything that they had in the match. So that was pretty much the only thing I think went over average to me. Everything else was kind of just plain average. So it's a C+ show for me. So all my links to contact me is down below. Contact me, like, subscribe, comment, and stuff like that. And thank you for watching. Peace.